Breaking tonight, key questions unanswered after a deadly confrontation inside Houston's famous Lakewood Church. As we come on the air late tonight, law enforcement at the local, state, and federal levels focusing on two aspects of this investigation.
Who was the shooter and why did she open fire inside Lakewood just before 2 p.m. today?
Happening right now, the possibility that some of those answers could be coming soon. You're looking at brand new video just coming into our newsroom of federal agents and other law enforcement officers. They are in a Conroe neighborhood. Tonight, here's what we can tell you. A home in the neighborhood has at least one connection to today's shooting at Lakewood Church. Law enforcement not commenting so far on the nature of this new investigation or what brought them to the neighborhood in the first place. But our crews are also in the area and are working to learn more as we speak.
So how did we get here? Air 11 capturing the police response earlier today at the sprawling Lakewood campus, the church right in the middle of the busy Greenway Plaza area along the Southwest Freeway.
This shooting, a terrifying ordeal that played out in between afternoon services. We have team coverage tonight talking to people inside the church as the shots rang out, as well as investigators.
Leading us off is Matt Doherty with what we're learning tonight. Matt.
Yeah, police are still out here tonight trying to figure out what detectives say is a very mysterious situation. Dramatic new cell phone video from inside Lakewood Church today as a gunfight raged between police and a shooter.
Where are you at?
Lakewood Church, Lakewood Church, Lakewood Church.
Lakewood Church en route.
These units at Lakewood Church. Active shooter.
Just after 2 o'clock this afternoon, a frantic call for help from officers working security. Shots fired inside the church. Police say at a late afternoon briefing, the lone gunman, opened fire with the long rifle. Investigators say she entered the church between services with a young child in tow. Witnesses we spoke with say she opened fire from behind the stage. An emotional father, Jose Alviar, describing the chaotic moments.
And you start seeing people running on the aisles. If I get a little emotional because, we trust in God and you have to keep trusting no matter what, right? And so even through all this chaos, I'm just happy that my family, was able to stay together. And
police say officers quickly returned fire.
Unfortunately, a 5-year-old kid was hit and is in critical condition at our local hospital. There was a 57-year-old man who didn't have anything to do with it, I don't think.
Houston police say they don't know if those shots came from the woman or the officers. Chief Troy Finner with an emotional plea tonight.
Places of worship, that's what they are, and that's what they will remain in our city.
Pastor Joel Osteen during a news conference today saying he was still in a fog as he addressed a violent attack in his church.
We don't understand why these things happen, but we know God's in control, and we're going to pray for that little 5-year-old boy and pray for the lady that was deceased.
Behind me, nobody is allowed inside the church tonight. I'm going to send things over to Anieli Ruiz, who has more from the people who are parishioners at the church. Anieli.
Well, Matt, just a horrible experience for these families who are here attending service. Now, the shooting actually happened right before the Spanish service here at Lakewood. Terrifying moments inside Lakewood Church. Pre-service announcements interrupted by gunfire.
My mom said, stay down, stay down.
One churchgoer says she saw someone with a gun right after she'd walked out of the restroom.
It was extended and he was pointing it towards the crowd.
She ran for safety. Others hid inside rooms. She says they blocked the door with furniture. Some kids in daycare were stuck inside.
And I peeked out the windows and I saw cops coming, so I knew there was something inside the church that would do damage to us. So my dance group ran into the bathroom.
So terrified, they began to look for weapons.
And all we had to defend ourselves is a knife, a box cutter, and a wooden and some wood to block the doors.
One father was worried about his kids he left at daycare. He tried to run upstairs to the 3rd floor to get his kids, but he wasn't allowed inside. Finally, after nearly 3 hours, He was reunited with his 3-month-old son. Tonight, this entire congregation,
God our Father who art in heaven,
holding on to their faith
Muévete en mí.
a little tighter. Now, as you just heard, a lot of them were actually singing and praying once they were outside, trying to calm each other, they said. When we asked them if they would be back next Sunday for service, everyone said they will. Reporting live, Anayeli Ruiz, KHOU 11 News.
Leaning into their faith. Anayeli, thank you. Now, in situations like this, there is always a lot of confusion and misinformation circulating. Rekha Mudaraj is verifying tonight what's true, what's not, and what we're still working to confirm. Rekha?
Yeah, Mia, as we recap what happened today, there are 3 points we want to verify for you right now. So when all of this first started, there were reports there were possibly 2 shooters, a man and a woman, but we can now verify there was only 1 shooter involved, according to police, a woman in her early 30s. Next, there were reports the shooter had explosives. HPD Chief Troy Finner says before the woman died, she mentioned she had a bomb. Now, a bomb squad searched Lakewood Church along with the suspect's vehicle and backpack and found no evidence of explosives. So we can verify this claim is false. Finally, was the 5-year-old child with the suspect injured when police returned fire? This afternoon, Chief Troy Finner could not confirm if the child and an innocent bystander were shot by the off-duty officers or the suspect. So tonight, this is still unknown and likely won't be determined until a full investigation is completed. Mia?
Rekha, thank you for the verify. And tonight, there are still so many questions yet to be answered about the armed woman and why she opened fire inside the church. We'll be sure to bring you any new developments on air, online, and on our KHOU 11 app.
New